So let's start with one that if you're a magician, you can probably already expect, and that is the double lift, right? So the double lift gets you one ahead, you show the card, and you can put it in the middle, and then the card's on top again. So it functions as a card control, even though the real illusion happening here is that you're never putting the card in, right? But it does end up with that card on top for you. So one way you can get a break under a card is actually by pulling the card over with your thumb while you're in dealer's grip. So maybe you're gonna gesture to this top card and say, we're gonna take a look at this card, and that allows you to get this break here. And then when you place the card back down, now it is a 2-card break, right? So that's just an easy way to justify it. So now you have your pinky break. All you have to do is come in with your hands, and you're gonna create this kind of wiping motion with the cards. And this is how a lot of people do their double lift, is you just do this wiping motion. You're kind of pinching it with your hand, wipe against the deck, turn it over, and I turn it over a little forward like this, so then I can push in. And when I push in, the thumb comes against the card and gets it back into pinky break, and you just replicate the action. Okay, so you can gesture, get your break, come in, wipe, go forward, push in, pinky break, do it again, and now this card, which is not their card, can go inside, and you've seemed to have controlled the card. All right, getting a little fancier now, let's do a pass. And if you've been on this channel for a while, you know I love the Hermann pass. So the Hermann pass, you get a break above a card just as you always would. And you have that break position. You're gonna come over with your biddle grip hand into a biddle grip where your index is curled in. You're gonna basically be using the top half of the deck as a shield. And as you're using the top half of the deck as a shield where you're covering the dirty work, what's happening underneath is your pinky pulls these cards over. And as the cards come over, they will clear underneath your hand. And the thumb is here to kind of contain the illusion that your hand's not moving. So there's dirty work happening underneath, but from the top, from the front, it's gonna look covered. These fingers covering as well is gonna be very helpful. So you pull over and it's kind of cradled here in these fingers. Your thumb is remaining contact here. Once it clears over, you can kind of push into it with your thumb, and you're also bringing your fingers back in. So you're pushing and bringing it back in, and that is what will create the cut being completed. So the Hermann pass is a pass where the bottom comes to the top. The classic pass is where the top comes to the bottom, but I prefer the Hermann pass. And another thing you can do is add some motion or some justifications to it. So one thing you might do is like act like you're squaring the deck up, is something I like to do. But if all eyes are not on the deck, like if you're able to have an errand someone is doing, like maybe they pick up a second selection, you can also just do it clandestinely. And that's something Aaron Fisher talked about, is like, if you're doing a secret sleight of hand move, you don't have to have it done while they're burning the deck. Like if you're able to orient the routine in such a way where all eyes are not on the deck for a moment, why not just use that moment to quietly do a move? So shout out to him for that. Last but not least, let's talk about the top change, which you're definitely going to see exposed here. I can't really get away with it, but what it will look like from the front is that your hands come together and then apart briefly, and it's going to be motivated by an action. So let's say we have the box here. You might even use kind of instructions to the audience as the excuse. But just like we've done a couple times, you're going to get that break under a card after you've received their selection. Get a break under the top card. And this is a switch that will then be able to function as a control. So you come over, and there's a little bit of a switching of sides here that happens. So you receive their card, and this hand is going to do an action. So maybe the hand says, hold your hand out. Maybe it goes to grab this deck of cards. But you go over, you come to the top, and you're gonna bring the cards together, and you're gonna get your hand underneath the second card. So you come in, get under the second card, and you're gonna pull it out while the thumb is peeling this card. Okay, so it's just a simple swap like this. But it's all hidden by, first of all, they should be seeing mostly the front angle of the cards. So you're holding it up like this, and it's gonna be hidden by the justification of, oh, hey, would you mind holding your hand out, or coming in and getting things out of the way, okay? So this move is all based on more the things surrounding the move than the move itself. Like you'll probably find the mechanics of it generally easy to switch the cards, but it's all about that hand movement and the justification of why you just did what you did. Maybe there's stuff on the table, like with the card box example, and you're clearing it out of the way. And that is the top chain. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. If you liked this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can check out my 10 levels of card switches video on the channel. I also have a Magic merch store where you can pick up some merch if you want to support me. But until next time, keep enjoying your Magic, stay a hobbyist at heart, be kind to yourself and others, and I will see you guys in the next video.